Hey everybody, it's Rory from ANSgear, and we're upstairs looking at a brand new gun today. This is the T4E HDB pump action shotgun. So even though there is no actual pump action on the shotgun, it looks very similar to a pump action shotgun. So let's get it open and kind of see what's going on here. All right. So inside the box, you're going to get the shotgun right here. You're going to get your just basic owner's manual, how it works, basics on there, little pull through swab. That's why you've got this window, which we'll show on the other side, plus the quick release for the CO2 cartridge and puncturing right there. Now let's see if this one is loose enough for me to get off. That isn't. Let me try to see if this one can get this off of here. No. So we're going to open this one up right here so I can get the pin out of there. It's also got like a little bit of a, looks like a register, a warranty card inside there. All right, so we're gonna need that real quick to get that thing off of there. So let's put this back in the box. A couple specs just about the shotgun itself. Holds 16 rounds. So 16 68 caliber balls inside there. Now you can use paintballs, you can use the dummy rounds, you could use the powder balls, all those things, but it's gonna hold 16 of them in there. It shoots roughly 220 feet per second. I guess depending on what you put inside of it, what kind of round is in there. That's going to change your velocity a little bit, but 220 feet per second with 68 caliber paintballs. And then it runs on a single 12 gram, boy, that made this table real dirty. A single 12 gram cartridge, and it'll shoot all 16 out of there without having to refill it or put another cartridge in there. So we'll start with the back side right here. We have our trigger. We've got a little bit of a safety on there. Our 12 gram is going to go inside the bottom down here. So going to unscrew. I've found that it's easier to unscrew this with the Allen key than trying to do it by hand. It can get real tight by hand. So you're going to drop your 12 gram. This one hasn't been used yet. So you can drop your 12 gram into here with the nozzle facing towards the puncture pin. The puncture pin is inside here. It is not up inside of here. So you put it in, which would seem backwards. So you're going to drop that in like that. And then you can screw this together just to where you feel it stop. You don't need to crank on it because we are not using this to puncture the CO2 cartridge. And you'll see that in a minute. You just want to go till it stops. And that's it. You don't need to crank on it. Coming across the left-hand side here, you've got a strap mount right there. You've got a rail, looks like a standard Weaver or Picatinny rail, where you can mount stuff to the outside of it. And then you've got another strap mount at the front. If we flip this over, you can see that there is a feed port right here where you can drop your paintballs inside there. Now, I don't have any paintballs up here, but we can kind of just visualize how that's going to work. Along the right side of the gun, again, we have another mount. So if you were, depending on which way you wanted to hold it, link it up to the front. You've got this lever at the front right here. And this is a spring-driven lever. We can slide this all the way up to the front and then lock it in place right there. This will allow you to drop the balls in and they will just start filling up through here. Now on this side, there is like a little a window that you can open up. You definitely don't want to have this open while you're shooting the gun. You can see that that moves forward right through there. So when you pull the trigger, this is going to push a ball forward and then it will shoot when it gets to a certain point. So it kind of loads the ball into the breech area or the barrel area and then fires it out. If you had this open, when the balls are going in, they're just going to roll out the other side. This is like a passport so that you can get your squeegee in and run it through there and pull your squeegee through if you need to clean out your barrel or coming the other way. Or maybe you wanted to dump all your paint out. I guess you could do it that way too, but you could also do it through the front. Just slide this thing open and then shake them out through there. So as you fill this up, I'm going to make sure that our window is shut. Fill them up all the way, 16 balls in, and then you would release this. And this is going to start pushing. If I let go of this, it's going to want to slam all the way against there. I don't want to do that because I could probably break that just by letting it slam backwards. But we release it and let it slide back, and it's going to want to force the balls up into the breech assembly right there. So once we're loaded up and we're ready to go, we've got our cartridge inside here. We can puncture the cartridge on the bottom, and you do that by just smacking it with your hand or smacking it on a table or something like that. So we should be able to puncture this right now, given that I've put a CO2 cartridge inside there. So let's see. It did. Right there, our valve that shows that we are gassed up popped out of the back. Normally it's kind of recessed inside there, so this is popped out, telling us that we do have pressure inside the gun right now. And then if I was to pull the trigger, we'd start shooting. Our safety, can't pull the trigger with our safety on right there. You can see that it kind of butts up against the frame and doesn't let it pull all the way. But if we unlock our safety, we're rocking and rolling right there. So again, we could shoot through all 16 balls that are in here before we need to replace this cartridge. Seems like you could probably get even more than 16 out of it. I don't know. I'm sure your velocity would really start to suffer getting towards the end right there. So there you go. That's the new shotgun right there. Again, it holds 16 balls, 220 feet per second or so, depending on what kind of projectile you've put into there. Shoot all 16 without having to reload. Pretty cool. You can also, I'm going to push the valve in to kind of de-gas the gun right there. If I want to take it, I'm not looking to store it with the magazine or the cartridge inside there. I can push that. It bleeds out. Then I can undo this. Oh, I can get that one by hand. And then there, that's empty right there. Nothing left in that one. So throw that over there. But a brand new shotty for you, a sawed off or pump action, even though it does not pump. There's no pump action to it. It's a pump action replica. Sawed off shotgun, T4E HDB. It's available on the website. Pick yours up today at ANSgear.com.